Hello there. Thanks for coming to my kitchen. My name is Camille Macris, and in a moment I am going to share with you how eating paleo has radically transformed my life and the lives of millions of Americans, from really serious health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure. I mean, the list goes on, just by eating the way that our ancestors ate, by rewinding the clock pre-industrial revolution, when processed foods and grains and sugars began to litter the shelves of our store. Do you believe that what you eat can affect how you look, how you feel, and how long you live? Well, I'm really hoping your answer is yes. And if your answer is yes, then you have definitely come to the right place. Now, you may actually be in a couple different areas or places right now as you're watching this video. You may be totally rocking your paleo lifestyle. You know what to eat, you know how to prepare it, and you may just be here because you would like some new tools to add to your toolbox. You may be somewhere sort of in the middle, where you're able to eat paleo sometimes, but you may have a hard time eating out, eating on the run, and you may be in a rut with the kinds of things you're eating. You may really want to try the paleo diet. Maybe you've heard and have friends who have done it before, or family, and they've experienced really great results, and you would like to see what would be possible for you, but you just don't even know where to get started. Or you may have never heard of the paleo diet before, and you have stumbled upon this page because you want to be empowered in eating healthy, whole foods meals at home. So wherever you are in any of those spaces, I want you to know that you are in the right place. And I'm going to talk with you today about how really taking on eating a paleo diet, following a paleo lifestyle, when you can really sustainably bring it into your life such that you have the time for it, you have the budget for it, and you have the skills for it, that it becomes something that is really adding to your life. So you may intuitively know that by giving your body the right kinds of foods, that it just knows how to heal itself. And that there's something just sort of off and wrong about giving our body prescription medication to suppress symptoms of illness, and going and getting a surgery to cut something off that isn't working, not dealing with the underlying cause of the things that are going on with you. I read this quote last night as I was preparing to talk with you today, and it really summed up what this is all about. It was from a woman named Ann Wigmore, and she said that the food that you eat can either be the best form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. Now, I think that we can see that intuitively when we just, you walk down the street, you see some people who, have almost no life in their face, are walking as though they're walking through quicksand just to get through their day, have lots of extra weight, are in a bad mood, who just, you can just tell, are slowly poisoning themselves. And then on the flip side, you see someone who is just so vibrant and full of health, and you can see almost like lightning beams shining out of their eyes, and they have beautiful skin and a toned body and just vibrancy pouring out of them. It's a lot easier to stay healthy than it is to have to bring yourself back from being really sick. That can take people years, and it's so much easier to stay on the right track as opposed to having to pull yourself back onto it. I want to go back and tell you guys a little bit about working as a private chef. So for about 8 years in Montecito, California, it's one of the most affluent areas in the entire country. So I was working for a couple wonderful families who had pretty unlimited food budgets. And if you had to break down what the the per plate price was of that dish of food, it would have sent you running. It was not an economical way of eating for most people, and I knew that. And so I said, how do we take the best of all of what I know about, fancy kitchen techniques and how to layer and flavor foods and, using all of these amazing life-giving ingredients, and how do you make that accessible to the average person? I'm spending about $125 a week on my food bill. Now that might sound a little bit expensive to some of you. I will let you know that one, almost everything that I buy is organic. It's about 90% organic. Two, I drink 32 ounces of green juice almost every day. I would say 5 or 6 days a week. So that's including my juicing budget. And I am eating all but about 2 or 3 meals a week at home. So when I did the math on all of that, what it broke down to is I'm spending $5.50 a meal on my food. And it's taking me less than 20 minutes a meal to prepare. Just look at that. You have on the one hand, working for a family who per plate cost of food was probably $40, and it took an hour and a half of labor to make. And now utilizing virtually the same ingredients that let me tell you, taste just as good because it's still my food. We're able to bring that down to less than 20 minutes and $5.50. I mean, that sounds impossible, right? It does. It even sounds impossible to me. But I assure you that all I've been doing is using this system that I'm here to talk with you about today in my own life, and these are the results that I've gotten. It's really pretty extraordinary. Over the last 5 years, I've gotten really interested in how to empower people to eat healthy meals at home. Meals that are truly sustainable to make day after day, year after year, that are not only going to provide an abundance of health, but be delicious, work inside of your budget, that you have time to make, and that really work for you. I want to share with you the story that has most shaped why I do what I do. So some of you may be familiar with Jamie Oliver. He's the Naked Chef. He had a show on ABC for a couple years called The Food Revolution. And Jamie was amazing. He was going in and just really wanting to get kids to be served different food at school at lunchtime. So Jamie went to the home of a single dad with his 2 boys, and they weren't doing very well. Dad was just barely surviving. They're eating out fast food 2 meals a day. And Jamie comes into their home, and he brings his production crew and production budget, and their team purchases 2 meals a day for an entire year of fast food. So 700 fast food meals the crew purchased and just brought into the house and laid it out everywhere. And the look of horror on this dad's face. Like, you could just see how painful it was for him. He didn't want to live this way. But he just said, Jamie, I don't know what to do. I don't have any skills in the kitchen. I'm barely staying afloat, being a single dad. And this is just all I can do is get something to just feed us and get us by each night. And so Jamie said, all right, here's what we're going to do. With less time and less money than it's going to take you to go get your nightly fast food run, I'm going to prepare a meal totally from scratch here at home with the boys. And I'm not even actually going to do it. The boys are going to do all of the work, and I am just going to stand alongside and tell them what to do. So sure enough, Dad goes along to do his run, and the boys make an entire amazing meal from scratch. They make some pan-seared chicken breast and tomato sauce and a food processor salad. Love the food processor. And they finished the meal in less than 30 minutes. It took the dad 45 to get to and from. And Jamie's meal cost $21, and the dad's meal cost $35. Which also, I will remind you, came out of some greasy paper bags in some styrofoam containers and didn't look appealing or appetizing to any of them. And so I'm bawling. Literally, you guys, tears are just streaming down my face. And I said, that's the difference I'm here to make. This is where, if you impact people's cooking skills in this specific area, by helping them to shift the mindset that they do have the time, they do have the skills, or they can have the skills, and they do have the money to eat this way. They just need to shift the mindset. They just need to have a couple skills that you can truly purchase the highest quality health insurance with the foods that you're eating every day. And that it can be delicious. It can be a time for your family to come and sit around and eat together. All of that. This is all coming to me as I'm watching this show. And that's now what I've committed my life to, is providing those skills. And so in Paleo Cooking at Home, fast, cheap, and easy, what I have endeavored to do is give you the very, very best of what I have and what I know. All right, here comes the good part. This is where I get to tell you everything that is included in Paleo Cooking at Home. So the most awesome part of this whole system actually is the system. It's not all the individual pieces, which are cool, and I'm going to be telling you all about those. It's the way that I've brought them all together and am showing you what skills and what recipe and what information you need at just the right moment in time, with nothing extra, nothing added, just hacking how to eat healthy, delicious paleo at home. It makes it so easy and so fun and just straightforward and awesome. So that's really the value of it, is taking all of my years as a chef and all of the conversations I've been having with all of you for the last couple years, and the way that it's all been brought together and organized to deliver a system for you that truly can fulfill on the promise that you can eat paleo meals faster, cheaper, and easier than eating out, as I've already proven to you that I do. So you will be getting 15 professional cooking videos. You're going to be getting 20 recipe templates. Now, the difference between a recipe template and an actual recipe, once you really understand that template, you can go on to adapt it to make lots and lots of different kinds of recipes. Taking the combination of having these specific skills and understanding what the foundational structure is for most recipes, and then how to layer and balance flavors all together, is what allows me to really cook with no recipes. I cook and I create recipes, but I don't really cook much with recipes to start because I don't really need them. So in addition, you'll be getting 24 daily action plans to use if you so desire, which tells you exactly in black and white, these are the things that you need to do each day in order to fulfill on being able to eat faster, cheaper, and easier. And on many days, there's only going to be a couple little bullets because you will have been preparing on other days of the week, but it just makes it really, really simple. So you'll be getting 4 pre-made shopping lists, as well as a shopping list template where I'm going to teach you how to plan your shopping list such that you can get in and out of the store really, really fast. It's really helpful. I'll be giving you the essential kitchen tool list with all of the links to all of the different appliances that I use in my kitchen, the different tools, even ways that you can get them a lot cheaper. I will be teaching you how to stock your paleo pantry. Having your pantry set up and having a couple essential cooking skills, both of those together are absolutely fundamental to you having success in the kitchen. How you prepare, having a system and setting yourself up is key. I am going to teach you how to shop for your produce. I am going to also teach you how to store your produce so that it stays fresh the longest. Something that I hear time and time again from people that really frustrates them is they go and they buy all of this produce at the store and then they don't really know what to do with it, and it ends up going bad. So not only am I going to be showing you exactly how to use and when to use the food that you buy, I'm going to be showing you how to store it so it stays good, sometimes twice as long. We are going to get into one of my favorite topics, which is creating the mindset around your success. For me, this is something that is really important to me and I like to write about is the mindset that goes along with being empowered around your diet. And it's very important to set up for yourself and know why you are taking on eating in this way. For myself, I have created such a big why that I absolutely can't even think about going into a McDonald's. It's really, really important to understand that and to create that really for yourself at the beginning of this journey, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. We are going to talk about shopping on a budget. That's one of my favorite things to actually talk about. I have become quite the ninja at the supermarket, and like I said, I am eating all of this amazing, delicious organic food and doing it for cheaper than most people eat at McDonald's each day. I am going to teach you how to grocery shop in half the time, where you need to focus your time, of course, how you even plan your shopping list, the time that you should go to the store. There's lots of different little things that you can do to actually cut down your time in the supermarket in half. And I can imagine for most of you, the supermarket is not really where you want to be spending your time. I will be teaching you the secret to 10-minute meals. I bet you'd really like to understand exactly how to do a 10-minute meal when it's 6 o'clock and the kids are screaming saying, "We're hungry right now!" And you're just on your way to hop in the car and go through the drive-thru, even though it's really not what you want to do. I'm going to show you how to never be forced through the drive-thru again. Would that make a difference for you? I think it would. We are going to talk about slow cooking and batch cooking 101. The two of these together are very, very powerful in helping you to make paleo fast, cheap, and easy. One of my favorite topics, we will be talking about how to layer and balance flavors like a 5-star chef. I don't think many of my chef friends would probably like this very much if I told you that I can teach you how to make food taste the way it tastes when you spend $100 a plate at a 5-star restaurant. That it's actually just a set of pretty basic things that you need to know in order to layer and balance flavors. Very important for most parents is how to get your kids to eat healthy food. We're going to be talking about that. I'll also be talking with you just about how to get your whole family on board. When you maybe have decided that you'd really like to eat paleo, but your husband or your wife or your kids, they are just not all about it. We're going to talk about how to get your family on board. So this is something that you can all do together and all reap the benefits of. This is not one of those late night infomercials promising you the world and delivering another gimmick. These are really like your keys to the kingdom. And I just know that and believe it so much in my heart. And I also want you to know that if you follow this system, it's really very simple and that you absolutely can't fail. By watching these videos, by taking the steps in the order in which I've laid it out, that you absolutely 100% will be successful. You will have acquired a new set of skills that is truly the best life and health insurance that you can ever give to yourself or to your family. For many of you, I know you have young kids, and one of the reasons eating this way is so easy for me and does come second nature is because I grew up cooking. This isn't about really the food, even though the food is delicious. And it isn't really even about the techniques, though the techniques are really going to help you. This is about giving you the skills and the foundation, the platform that you can really live a life that you love, that you can be the contribution that you want to make to the world, that you can live the life of your dreams and make a difference on this earth. And I know that the surest way to do so is by having the tools in this program in your toolbox to empower your health and empower your ability to cook, and so that you can have a life that you really, really love and a way of eating that really does empower you in what you're doing. I feel like the world's foremost expert on how to eat paleo really fast and really cheap and really simple. And this is really what I want to offer you through this program, is like how you can really have it all. And for you to really, really get and know and be empowered in that truth that you can do this. It's not that hard, that it's fun. I love cooking. I love being in the kitchen. I love sharing with friends that all of this, even though for so many of you it may seem so daunting, that it is so within your reach. And through using this system, I am taking away, literally stripping away everything that you don't need, giving you exactly what you need, when you need it, and that, that this can become one of the biggest blessings in your life. Having the skills and being empowered to prepare food this way for yourself and your family. And that you would look back on from where you are, from this future place to where you are now, and just be so proud of yourself that, by taking on this couple weeks of learning, that you provided something to yourself and your family that would really last a lifetime. So, that's what I'm really excited about for you and embarking on this journey. Okay, so all of those things that I just listed, all of these different components of the program, if you price that out individually, it would be worth over $1,000. And that doesn't even take into account all of the many, many years that I spent getting to the place where I could even package that information for you. It doesn't take into account all of the time and the money I spent on testing recipes and having things not turn out that well, and keeping some things and getting rid of others, and not to mention all of the books. You should see how many cookbooks I have. I probably have 1,000 cookbooks. I've been to different trainings and have spent the better part of the last decade cultivating all of the information basically that I'm going to be sharing with you. So, and you really you can get this information elsewhere. I think you probably know that if you've been in the paleo world. You can go to lots of different blogs. I'm not sure if you could get the videos. You may not be able to get the videos, but you can get a lot of this other information, and you can piece it all together for yourself. You can test recipes, see if they work, and they don't, by all means. But what I'm offering you through this system, and just the way that I put it all together, and the ease of just having everything you need without all the things that you don't. You don't have to really test this out to see if it works. We know that it works. I mean, that's really the value that this program will provide. So my invitation to you today is to just get started. Today is the best day of your life. This is the day to make a change. This is the day for you to learn the skills that are going to empower you in the kitchen. This is the day to truly take your life and your health into your own hands. Today will be the beginning of a brand new journey for you, for your health, for your career, for your family, for your energy, for your waistline. I mean, there's no limit to the benefits that you will see in your life through really being empowered in and taking on this way of eating. And so that is my invitation to you, that you take action for your life, for your health, and for your family's health today. Thank you so much for being here with me in my kitchen, and I hope to see you again. Bye.